When good life is your dream and success is the theme, then make your choices right. Your goal shall be in sight.
Hello and welcome to the show The Good Life. On this show, in every episode, we try and highlight an interesting and an inspirational attribute of life which is worth ingraining. We intend to talk about patriotism as a way of life. And on this occasion, we have a very distinguished guest amongst us. He is not only a veteran naval officer, but he is also a very celebrated author. He has written the book Calling Sehmat, and it's a book on which the movie Raazi is based. I'd like to welcome Lieutenant Commander Harinder Sikka on this show.
Thank you so much.
Harinder, first of all, many congratulations for all the adulation that your book Calling Sehmat is getting.
So it took me 8 years to write this, and numerous trips to Malerkotla, Jaipur, Pakistan, various parts of the country. In the end of the day, it is a moving story, and it has touched me so much. And I've traveled a journey which is filled with miracles.
You felt the pain of partition, seen poverty, then you got selected for the Indian Navy. You've seen a lot of success. Went to the Kargil War with due permission. You are an anti-counterfeiting champion in the area of illicit drugs and an IPR expert. So I think a great person for me to ask, what is the meaning of patriotism? How would you define patriotism?
Now, when I was working closely with Dr. Kalam, when he was not the president, he received a call from Prime Minister Vajpayee, and he was then in South India and in a laboratory, and the Prime Minister said, हम आपको राष्ट्रपति बनाना चाहते हैं. He said it's okay. He came to Shri Fort to stay there at Asiad Village 1 week before taking over as the president. A truck was sent to his house. He climbed up on the front seat and sat down. कि ये मेरे लिए होगा तो so you told no, this is for your luggage. So you realize that he had a bag which had a broken handle. One bag, big suitcase. So that suitcase was loaded in the 3-ton truck. He did not need it. And he called the JCO or whoever, military man, that one truck, one suitcase, I'm going by. After 5 years, this is the suitcase, I will come out back. I do not want any other luggage. When you listen to those words, you yourself become patriot. I've also seen presidents who walked away with the Rashtrapati Bhavan itself. And those names are there. Why were they not shamed? So if you want to be patriot in the country, your patriotism should not be to hold naras. You have to take action against the culprits. You have to ensure that your mind and heart and soul is clean for your nation. Only then you should stand underneath the tricolor. But all this is not happening. So somewhere government has to play a massive role. The corporate sector must join in. Like in my company at Piramals, we have a very simple system of patriotism. We say that think positive about everybody. Everybody is capable of delivering this. So you go to corporate park of ours, you will not find nothing, no dirt in the entire 1 square kilometer of area. Go to the boundary wall on which we have no control. So the vada paos and the chutneys and the you need to take charge there. Who will take charge? Corporators. Why will they not take charge? Because if they take charge there, they're not there the next term. So there's a division between us. Now you counted me my degrees or my work and so on and so forth. But if I'm not able to contribute back to society, it is zero, zilch.
So patriotism needs to show in our actions.
Karma. There was a time when India was hugely challenged because of computer shortage, computeronics. World was going on computers, supercomputers. America refused to give us supercomputers. We began in-house research, and today we are masters in software, hardware, whatever.
So that's actually the whole idea why we want to even evaluate patriotism as a construct in life, as an attribute of a good life. I think there's so much to do, even if you are not a soldier, even if you are not fighting for the nation as such.
You see, our teachers, lawmakers, administration must understand that we need to start at the bottom first. And the cleanship must begin from the top. When you're cleaning a roof, the roof must be from the house. A roof must be cleaned first and down the line. Um, the 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 system we are governing today is in a manner which first supports the rich. Show me the face, and I will show you the rule.
Have you faced situations where people's freedom of speech borders at anti-nationalism? And what's your suggestion for such situations?
Today we have fundamentalists who are talking everything which is anti-India, but they drive their energies out of India. They drive money out of India. They drive their respect out of India. More and more such examples are coming, where people find this as a fashion. In the name of democracy, all fundamentalists are bordering or abusing the democracy. They're thriving on democracy because they can do whatever they say or get away with blue murder. Um, for that, there should be punitive action. They should be taken to task for abusing their freedom. If your freedom and your freedom of speech and your action ruins the image of my country, it is no longer democracy.
But Harinder, there are situations where so for example we have a Nirbhaya like situation, or we have a lot of lynching happening. So while we love our motherland, uh, we do acknowledge that there are a lot of problems in the society. So and obviously when we talk about these things, it's not the best publicity for the nation. But still, if we really believe in the core values or the values that our constitution dictates, uh, we should not be fearful of confronting the issues.
Nirbhaya case happened. The first 2 months, the government did nothing. The government was put under pressure. Right now, had this happened to a rich girl or a rich family or somebody in the Lutein zone, it would have been a different reaction. Have you ever seen electricity power failure in Lutein zone? Not too far away, half an hour or 20 minutes drive from Lutein zone. For hours together, power doesn't come.
So there are double standards.
So, who is responsible for this? Those who are controlling the authority have to take a little pain. It's not that there are no good people. There's a humongous amount of effort being put into putting toilets across the country. India has become a toilet manufacturer of the world for the time being. I take it that 50% of them are failures, but 50% are successful. And those 50% which are successful are going to be infectious for the rest of the country. So this is a good initiative. Likewise, come out with short stories, long stories, not only by the ruling party, but more importantly by the opposition. But opposition will not say anything because, oh, this is Modi's agenda. It is not Modi's agenda. It is
This
our
is country's
agenda. This
agenda.
is country's agenda. All right. Let there be clean drive on the hawkers. Give them a proper space. It can be possible. It is possible in Bangkok or Singapore, or there are hawkers who are so meticulous overseas.
Yes, yes.
But what happens is when the MLAs go for study tour to Switzerland or to Australia or to no, that's a joke.
Study tour to determine how to rectify our country's problems.
So what is the result of that? What is the report they have submitted? What happens to that report? Today, the English teacher in a English medium school in a village cannot write the spellings of January in English, and she gets draws as much as 40, 50,000 rupees a month. All right, don't discard her, but put her into training. Okay, when you compromise with everywhere, you are on a slippery slope, and you will go on slipping. For areas which are sacrosanct, medical, engineering, defense, flying, you cannot have caste creed. It only with your superiority of knowledge. But we are compromising. We are being forced to compromise. So if the top is not steady and that muck is flying down, then if everywhere is chalta hai attitude, the world is going around. You think that we could not have made a mark in the world in 70 years? See, all the top-notch people in US are Indians.
Yes.
How is it that we are successful overseas and not inside? We have 10,000 bureaucrats. I've repeated this somewhere. 9,900 have got outstanding reports. If they are all outstanding, why is my country going to dogs? Hold them accountable. Start from top. Hold an MCD operator responsible of how a building has illegally come up before it is destroyed or demolished. How an area has been overtaken by gangs. You have network, you have cameras, you have satellites, everything is available. Why are we not acting? Which SHO is allowing the unethical work going on within his range of areas where illegal occupation of land, pawn shops, BD shops, all kinds of drug trade, whatever is happening in his area, haul him up, hold each one responsible. The systems are possible to do, but will a politician do that? He has a constituency to look at. You know, a state government has come out with a rule that let a hawker be anywhere, you cannot touch him. So that hawker will throw it anywhere, you can't touch him. So is that leader to start with patriot? The government of the day has to take a leadership role and be very strict about it. If you put one serious person in jail because of these issues, you will not have a problem. A problem is that those who can solve it are the problem.
Is the onus only on the government and the authorities? For example, spreading the word of keeping everything clean. So one is that the administration needs to cause cleanliness, but at the same time we also don't want people to again go and ruin the cleanliness. So a parallel drive needs to be there in the amongst the people as well.
You go to any cantonment,
Hmm.
I'll give you a very simple answer to this. It's very ship shape, very neat and clean. Right. If a tree is to be in a particular line, the tree will be in that particular line. The grass will be well mowed. You emerge out of cantonment, it's a different ball game.
Yeah.
You go to the finest of studios in Bombay. On the boundary wall, there are hawkers are sitting, and it's mess, it's filth. Inside the studio is 7 star. why are we pushing this, or not bothering about this dirtiness, uncleanliness? Every year on year, thousands of crores are spent on Bombay roads or Delhi roads, and come one rain, and everything goes out into the drain. Why? Because we are all very responsible, extremely responsible, but not accountable. It's the government whose job it is to make it accountable. The day this accountability starts to happen, that day the system will start to change for the good.
Were you in Delhi during the Commonwealth Games?
Yes, I was.
And I saw so much semblance on the road, people following the rules, people not littering the streets for that brief period. And I think the policy makers and the basically people who are responsible to execute the policies on the ground level, they were extremely active, and everyone was actually following the rules during that small period. And then again, there was after that there was again a chaos.
That's why I'm saying that the same people who go abroad and work there,
Hmm.
be it why go to talk about America when they go to Dubai or any country for that matter, they're a different soul. They're responsible, they're
Yes.
accountable. Over here, moment you get a job, a small incidents that came to my light in a corporate world. I went to a government office, and I saw the chairs had a thread, a rope, a twine tied to the table. So I asked him, why is this chair tied to the table with a small rope? So he says that if somebody else comes, then we don't find a chair because somebody takes it away. I said, well, if somebody opens their ropes and takes it their rope and take it away, then what happens? So he says कि अगर रस्सी ही खोलनी है तो कोई सरकारी जॉब क्यों करेगा? So the methodology of thinking or mindset is that, oh, you are in government, job pakka ho gaya, now you can do whatever you like. You cannot do it overseas. You're sacked. So somewhere stick and carrot. Our executive or our bureaucracy is nowhere on the scene on this. Right? The non-performance is actually respected. And if you act something and it consequently, if some if and but comes in tomorrow, a bureaucrat's position gets spoiled or he doesn't make it to promote next rank, he will never take a chance. So nobody questions him, why are you sitting on a paper? So the entire the mindset is anti-patriotism, is anti-cleanliness. You have dirt in your mind, you have dirt on your file, you have dirt on your actions, and then you say that I have a government job, devil may care.
When good life is your dream and success is the theme, then make your choices right. Your goal shall be in sight.